Hello and welcome. We've got a better mic. We've got better lighting. My voice doesn't sound like garbage, and you can't hear every single breath I make. So that's an improvement. I want to welcome all three of my subscribers to this video, which is going to be devlog number 2. We've got a animation to do today. So that animation is going to be for our main character. You can see him right here. His name is Rhett. What I'm animating today is the dash animation. So this is something you'd use to dodge or close the gap on enemies, or even just to clear distance in the air or on the ground. The dash animation that I'm planning on doing is going to be something that he's going to twirl. He's going to do a little 360 as he dashes forward. We like to make our animations fun around here. Now the challenge that's presented whenever you want to rotate a character, when using software like the one I'm using, all of the character's pieces can move. He's got a little skeleton, which if I click this, you can see a skeleton right there. It makes it really easy to pump out animations when they move like an Egyptian, you know, like this. But it presents a challenge when you need to start adding in 3 dimensions, like if a character wants to face a camera. Obviously, you're going to need new frames for that. So luckily, I've already rotated Rhett in previous animations, so we can kind of just pull from that. For example, the jump animation, he does a little twirl. Here we go. See the little twirl he does? So we've already got the infrastructure for twirling this character. I think, what is it they say about game development? What's the mantra? Reduce, reuse, recycle? I don't think anyone says that, but it's true. You should do that in game development, especially as a solo developer. You want to reduce your workflow by reusing assets and also recycling work that you've done to stretch it as far as you possibly can. Yeah, I'm going to actually reuse and repurpose the jump animation, and I've gone ahead and copied that, and I've just modified it a little bit. And I think this is going to be, famous last words, I think this is going to be a pretty simple implementation. Alright, so we're in Unity. I want to think about how I want to implement this. Do I want to create a new system for it, for dashing? Or what I'm leaning towards is implementing a new attack. Now dashing isn't necessarily an attack, it doesn't do damage, but attacks already have a nice system in place where force can be added. It's got special effects. You'll see. I think it'll work out. Just adding it in as an attack. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and add an attack script to this, one of my custom attack scripts. I'm gonna need a new box type. Essentially what a box type is, it's going to describe how the attack hitbox behaves. It's not gonna behave at all in this case. We're not using one. So I'm gonna go ahead and create a new box type. All right, I believe that's all the coding I had to do. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to want to do, set the animation path. This is how the code accesses the animation for the attack. Another benefit of using my attack system for the dash move, it's already pre-built, so it's already going to implement the animations for me. All I have to do is just give it the animation path in Spine. So perfect. Let's take a look at that path. All right, let me just write it down here. Gonna go ahead and paste that in right here. Perfect. All right, we're gonna apply force to self on warm up for the attack. Basically what that means is when the attack starts, I want to apply force to myself, and it's going to go forward. We're going to use a 0 gravity scale. I want the dash to just go in a straight line. I don't want the player to be falling during the dash. Is that really all I have to do? Let's try it out. So as a shortcut to test this out, I'm just gonna put it at the end of my main attack combo. Okay, got a null argument exception. Alright, looks like it was related to the animation. Either I didn't type it in right, or I'm just terrible at life in general. Let's try that again. Oh. Do I have a reference to the skeleton somewhere that I didn't assign? Yes, there is. Alright. I think there was just a null reference. Let's try it again. Okay, he did it. Not exactly what I had in mind, but it works. All right, I have to add warm-up force. It's 0 right now. So you can see right above me here. See this? It's 0. I need to turn that up. Let's turn it to like 20. Let's have some fun. All right. What's it going to do at 20, everyone? Okay. I also need to add a ghost. The ghost is the little effect. It's like a trail effect on the animation. You'll see. Here we go. Okay. So I'm actually going to take the dash off of my main attack combo and give it its own dedicated key, so I don't have to do the swing, 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 swing before every dash. I want to experiment with the 2-button system because I think it could be fun to be able to dash backwards. So you could be facing one way, but hit the dash button for the other direction, and you dash backwards without turning around. So let's say you're facing away from an enemy and he's behind you. You could dash backwards, being behind him and already facing that direction, and whoosh, spank him, you know? We'll try that. Okay, so a little update here. I added another attack because before we were setting movement to be forward. Now we're going to have to actually explicitly say left or right. Okay, so easy enough. And I don't have a left/right apply force. I thought I did. I thought I did. Okay, more programming. Be right back. Just kidding, I don't have to do more programming. I forgot that we have a custom direction option. Perfect. For right, it's gonna be +1 on the x-axis. And for left, going to be -1. Just have to assign those variables. Let's do it, let's assign them. Here we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Save, go. So what I'm doing here, when player presses the left shoulder button, we dash right, sorry, dash left. Otherwise, if they're doing the right shoulder button, we dash right. And classic, let's see if it works. Okay, it seems to be sort of working. Let's take a look at these. We don't want to use the swing trail, which is the sword trail. We don't want that. Let's try that. Okay. Let's get rid of this enemy. He's annoying me. Be gone! So when I press right... Oh my gosh, he's still here. Why is he still here? Okay, he's gone. Oh, stupid. I have one of the keys I assigned to dash is also assigned to spawning that enemy for debugging purposes, for testing. So, deactivated that. So when I'm facing right, seems to be working. I mean, it looks it looks a little wonky right now, but it's working in the most basic sense. But when I turn left, all of a sudden, it's wrong. I was just editing the video and I realized I didn't actually explain what was wrong. Basically, when the character is facing left, the buttons are reversed, so left means right and right means left. Okay, back to the video. When Rhett is flipped around, his scale is negative. The force that I'm applying inherits that negativity and it reverses the direction. So just have to fix that real quick. So theoretically, our problem should be fixed now. Left, right, turn around, left, right. Perfect. Now, to do something about the way this looks terrible. It doesn't look like a dash. And it's not far enough either. I think our main problem is that he's just not going fast enough. So let's up the numbers on that. Let's double it. Always double it when testing new numbers. So I want you to pay attention here. Editing me, can you please zoom in for the audience? It's getting a little better, but here's one issue. Here, I'm going to do the dash, and you're going to see the ghost, the little trail behind him, disappear. That's when the dash ends, but he'll continue to move. Watch. You see that? I put it in slow motion. And dash ended. Look how far he travels afterwards. That's residual momentum. So I think I have a solution for that right out of the gate without doing any code. I'm going to open the attack objects. Apply force to self on cooldown. So that The cooldown is the end of the attack, essentially. We'll use custom direction again, and we'll make it the same. So I'm also going to apply force on the cooldown, but I'm going to check this box, which it's actually already checked. 0 velocity for applying force. But I'm not going to set the velocity to 0. What's going to happen is essentially you're going to get that burst of speed, right? Then we're going to give it a small little push in that direction. I've programmed this in a way so that whenever an attack adds a new force to the player, you have this checkbox that says 0 velocity. It's right here. Zoom in. It's right here. If that's true, before adding a force, it will 0 the force out. So you've got a clean slate. You don't have any residual momentum you're dealing with. You're going to do the dash. It's going to give you a big burst of speed. At the end of the dash, it's going to stop you and then give you a little burst of speed. Why the little burst of speed? Well, if someone happens to be running and they do a dash while they're running, you don't want them to come to a dead stop after the dash and then have to build up momentum into the run again. Let's go with like 10. Let's try it. Pretty good. Hey, cool. So yeah, that's the 0 gravity at work. I can dash straight from one platform to another. Now, obviously, I'm going to have to give this a cooldown, because this is a little overpowered. But that's pretty much exactly what I want it to feel like right now. So the next thing, I need to be able to dash through enemies. Trying to dash through this enemy, but I'm just pushing him along. We don't want that. I actually think that my attack object has an option for that as well, which is actually this attack object is coming in handy. I actually have an option here called... here it is. Zoom in. Remove entity collision during warm-up. We'll do during swim and during cooldown. So I should be able to now dash through him. Huh. Pretty cool. One more little nitpick. I'm gonna have to slow down time for you to see this. Do another dash. See how awkward it looks when he transitions from his dash animation back to his standing still animation? I can fix that by just changing the mix speed between those two animations. So let's do that real quick. Dash mixing to all animations. We want that to be like almost nothing. 5% of a second. Slow motion. Land. That looks a little better. I think that'll look even better at normal speed. Looks like a good start. Look, a good foundation for the dash. I'm sure there will be tweaks and modifications made later on. To end, I'm just going to kill an enemy. Attack, 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 attack. Cut him in half. Nice. All right. Peace out, guys. See you guys next time.
Thank you everyone for watching this video. If you could please leave a like and maybe a subscribe, that would be so great. And maybe send me piles of cash. Thank you. Alright, I lick this finger now. Good night.